Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Francesca again, back with another Tom MacDonald response video. This time I will be reviewing his song called Angels. I had to actually consult a friend to kind of understand this song a little bit better because, to be very honest, I didn't have much to comment on at first, and it was because I didn't fully understand the meaning behind it. And so hopefully that helps with my response and you enjoy.
It's not the liquor I'm addicted to, it's feeling brave. The feeling of not feeling the pain. I've been on and off the bottle, I put oxys out my nostrils. Believe me, you do anything to breathe before you suffocate. I couldn't stop it, staying clean was not an option. I was trying to be myself, but being me was such a problem. I just wanted to be Thomas, but Thomas was at the bottom of a hole he dug and getting comfortable inside a coffin.
Okay, so right away it's pretty obvious this song is about drug addiction, and it's about pulling yourself out of that hole and not, giving in. It makes you feel really, I don't know, it's very humbling to understand that someone that has done so well for himself has come from such a bad place. And I think it's funny because these themes keep repeating, but I guess the whole what doesn't kill you does have the ability to make you stronger kind of notion is ever present in this song, and to not give in.
Just wanted to be Thomas, but Thomas was at the bottom of a hole he dug and getting comfortable inside a coffin. He locked it and swallowed the key, caught up, forgot all his dreams, robbed at a common, became embalmed in a toxic routine. Beer was the escape, but I got stuck escaping. Whiskey was the blanket in the coldest basement. Way before the fame, I was wasted, freezing, doing anything I could to keep the flame lit. To anyone going through the same, heaven's got enough angels, you need to stay here. And I can't make you stay, but some...
And so, again, it's reinforcing what I said at the beginning, and it's after, realizing all the meaning that there is to this song. There's quite a lot. So it's just, don't bury yourself. Like, there's so much potential that we all have, and we should fulfill that potential. Don't give in. And, it's going to be hard, but don't give in.
Sometimes going ain't a choice. And every choice you make is one that you didn't avoid. Crash the whip and ditch the car. Burn a bridge, follow the stars. You'll find monsters in the dark, but nothing's worth it till it's hard.
So the chorus I love because it's a whole metaphor, and I had to break it down again with my friend because I was just like, what does this mean? And it took me a second, and it all clicked, and it's like, crash the whip. If anybody's thought about that, a whip is something that controls you. If we're talking about a slave master, they're going to crack the whip on you, they're going to control you. A drug controls you. You are a slave to the drug until you decide to take back control. So they're saying, get rid of that, slave driver, crash the whip, get rid of it, and ditch the road that you're on. You're going to burn bridges, and that's all the connections with all the people that you've met while doing these kind of things. And it's going to be hard, but you're going to have to face it.
Monsters in the dark, but nothing's worth it till it's hard. Sometimes it's hard to see things clear through your tears, but anywhere is way better than here. Fight your fear. It's not the liquor I'm addicted to, it's feeling tough. When you get bullied half your life, you feel weak, like you just ain't enough. Then you have a couple drinks and you catch a buzz and finally have the courage to defend yourself and throw a punch. And that adrenaline goes straight into your brain and blood. Addicted to the confidence, it's practically the greatest drug. Chasing dragons every night in all the latest clubs. What used to be your favorite thing somehow became a dangerous crutch. It was what it was. And that's the thing, it can happen to like any of us. I had great parents, tight friends, strong morals, nice threads, good school, good looking, good grades, time spent. Being normal only lasted for a while. One bad choice sparked a downward spiral. I've spent half my life trying to climb out of that hole. Heaven's got angels, we need you at home.
And see, that's the thing too. It's like, if you end up in this place, which I fortunately have done I have had my fair share of run-ins and playing around and tampering with things, but I ultimately decided that I hated every single thing that every single drug did, and I didn't like not being in control. And alcohol, like I was a lightweight off the bat, so I could never actually become an alcoholic. I don't think it was possible for me to become an alcoholic. So I can't relate on that level, but I've definitely played with other things and can understand what it's like to feel like you have to escape. but sometimes you have to face those fears and just, yeah, it's like he says, let's run it back and play it again, because honestly, there's so much in this song to think about, like all of his other songs, that you just have to kind of listen sometimes.
I've spent half my life trying to climb out of that hole. Heaven's got angels.
Don't give up.
And I can't make you stay, but sometimes going ain't a choice. And every choice you make is one that you didn't avoid. Crash the whip and ditch the car. Burn a bridge, follow the stars. You'll find monsters in the dark, but nothing's worth it till it's hard. Sometimes it's hard to see things clear through your tears.
And that's the thing too. So it's like, nothing is worth it till it's hard. That didn't really hit me at first. I was like, what does he mean by that? And it's like, oh right. So nothing, like getting off the drugs is going to be obviously harder than being on the drugs. The real world is just going to come crashing back down on you, and it's going to be a lot to handle, but connect with people. Actually, one thing that I've been thinking about is for people that don't have people, it's like I almost want to create like a social network or some kind of platform where people can come together and just help people, like talk to each other, and as a support kind of system that it would be free, and it would be something where people could just talk to each other and offer support to one another, because we've all been through messed up things, and sometimes you just need somebody to be there and be like, hang in there, the weather will soon change, this is not the end, kind of drilling that into you, kind of brainwashing you in a positive way to carry on. And that might be something I try to do. I don't know if that's something you think that might be a good idea. Comment in the comment section below. But I always wanted to go into psychology. It's just not one thing I got to do, because a psychologist has to adhere to the DSM-5, and the DSM-5 basically states how you are to diagnose and prescribe and deal with patients. And I don't like a lot of the prescribed, how shall I say, methodologies that they have in that field. So I decided not to do it. But in terms of just having a community where we help each other, I think that would be really great.
Sometimes it's hard to see things clear through your tears, but anywhere is way better than here. Fight your fear. It ain't the liquor we're addicted to, it's everything else. The happiness we had, but we forget how it felt. We've been drinking with the devil cause we're going through hell. Pray to God for a little bit of help. Man, I've been there, I did those things, I drank those drinks, I took those pills, I puked in sinks. And the truth ain't pretty, listen up, this is a tough one. You get saved by your angels or become one.
And that's the scary thing too, because today you have kids, the drugs are crazy now. We have flakka, and we have fentanyl, and we have all this crazy synthetic stuff, spice, that hasn't actually been tested on people long term, and it's really making people lose their minds. And with everything getting worse, I can't see kids taking less drugs. I can only see the drug problem increasing. So it's a scary time, and we really, really need to come together so that we can be there for each other, so that we can prevent these kinds of things.
Crash the whip and ditch the car, burn a bridge, follow the stars. You'll find monsters in the dark, but nothing's worth it till it's hard. Sometimes it's hard to see things clear through your tears, but anywhere is way better than here. Fight your fears.
Okay, so everything that I really kind of wanted to comment on in that video, I already have commented on. The basic idea is, obviously, if you are in a hole like that, it sucks. And there are plenty of people that understand what it's like to be in those shoes. If there are people that want to help others and just create a community and a network of people online or in social media that think it would be a great idea, contact me and I'll see what I can do. I'm thinking maybe starting out, obviously I'm small, so starting out small with like a blog or something. And obviously it would be a situation where if there was any kind of like people giving each other like actual hate, not like what people call hate nowadays, but actual just shaming and making people feel bad, people like that would obviously be taken off, because that is not the purpose of that space. The space is to make it so that people can help each other, because sometimes there's nobody to talk to, and anybody is better than nobody, and there are people that care. So if you like this video, please like and subscribe. Other than that, everyone have a fantastic day and peace out.